Good evening. Welcome to another edition of Sci-Fi Journal presented by the Rhode Island Science Fiction Club. This show is for May 2012. I'm Marc Morisseau. Also hosting today are Calvin Watts III, Jay Kingston, and James, let's do another take, Hinsey. All right.
Want to do it right, you know?
Okay. And as always, we begin by introducing you to the wonderful world of movies with a segment we like to call Popcorn Previews. Take it away, Jay.
I got nothing.
All right, let's.
Okay, welcome to Popcorn Previews for the month of
May.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
This is the home version.
This is the home version. Welcome to the home version of Popcorn Previews. We're going to jump right in with a movie that hasn't gotten a lot of press, but it looks really intense. It's called 7500, and it stars Ryan Quanten, Leslie Bibb, and Nick Whalen. And it takes place in an aircraft that is bound from, I believe, Los Angeles to Tokyo. And something goes wrong on the flight. It's some kind of a paranormal incident takes place on the flight.
It's not the ghost of snakes on a plane, is it?
No. This thing looks really intense. And it's the first time I've seen anything from this director, who I understand is a famous director. His name is Takashi Shimizu. And he's a very good Japanese director from what I understand. And if this is any indication, this film is going to be wild. So let's take a look at that.
All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside your door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye.
Hi, welcome aboard.
But the
LAX, this is Vista Pacific 7500 Heavy. Looking to pick up clearance for Tokyo.
taxi's waiting.
Flight attendants prepare for takeoff.
Excuse me, all electronic devices must be turned off.
Total urban myth, by the way. I guarantee you I leave this thing on, nothing will happen.
So kiss me and smile for
This
See?
is the captain. We're approaching a little rough air. It shouldn't be too bad.
Vista Pacific, Flight 7500, do you copy? 7500, do you copy?
I'm leaving on a jet plane.
Okay, and that opens up on August 31st of this year. Next, we have the updated trailer for Battleship.
Yeah, which we thought, when we first heard about this movie, we thought, oh my God, they're making a movie based on the
On
old
a stupid game, yeah.
It's really going to stink.
But it looks intense.
It looks good, yeah.
It really does look good. There's aliens involved, and there's a lot of battles and stuff, so it's a guy flick.
Right.
Definitely a guy flick. This stars Taylor Kitsch and Brooklyn
Decker.
Decker.
Yeah.
I can't read my own writing. How professional
Very
am I?
pretty good.
And this one should be playing as you're watching this this episode of Sci-Fi Journal. So let's take a look at the updated footage.
Sir, you may want to come take a look at this.
Where did we find it?
Just fished him right out of the water.
Warning red. Weapons tight. I want everything loaded.
What the?
The debris field from this is gonna cover the entire hemisphere.
It's still unclear exactly what it was that hit Hong Kong.
Oh my God.
Why didn't they just kill us all?
What the hell are you doing to us?
Those ships could do this. What do you think 50 can do, or 500,000?
We're looking at a global extinction event.
What are your orders? We're not going down without a fight.
Doesn't that look absolutely awesome?
It does. Looks like a lot of fun.
It really does.
Because it not only takes place on the high seas, but there's also scenes of it in the city and so forth.
Oh yeah, different
It's
cities
like a
around the
worldwide
world.
type thing going on.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's an alien invasion that it just looks really cool.
I hate when that happens.
All right, and finally for this month, we've got an updated version of an old movie that starred Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this one stars Colin Farrell, Kate Beckinsale, and Jessica Biel. And it's directed by Len Wiseman. And the movie is Total Recall.
Oh, it also has John Cho.
Oh, it does have John
Who's in
Cho.
the Star Trek movie.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know that. But this is a remake of Total Recall, the old Arnold Schwarzenegger vehicle where
Right.
he goes in and wants to be he's bored with his life and he has a so-called cyber experience, but something goes wrong in the process and you get lost. You don't know whether he's really experiencing this or if it's all a dream or whatever. This one, unlike the first one, which was just a complete shoot 'em up, this one looks like it's really psychologically intense.
Right.
And of course, the acting is going to be a lot better. So let's take a look at that footage.
You have another nightmare?
Yeah.
Are you actually happy with how your life's turned out?
Why the hell shouldn't I be?
What do you know about this recall place?
Stay away from them. Don't mess with your mind, man.
Welcome to Recall. First time?
Tell us your fantasy. We'll give you the memory. You want to be a crime fighter, or world-class athlete, or secret agent? Yeah. Happy trails, man.
What is it? What's wrong?
Yank that needle out before it takes.
Why are you here? Oh, why? No, please! Oh, wait. It's all a mistake. Nobody.
Hands on your head now!
trying to kill me.
Your memory was erased. Your mind was implanted with a life you think you've lived. Oh, by the way, you haven't even begun to see me trying to kill you. Get in. I've been looking for you everywhere.
Not me. Then who the hell am I?
You don't have the most reliable of memories, do you?
And like I said, I think that looks really, really awesome.
It does. Now, it doesn't take place on Mars like the first one.
No, I don't think so. I think it takes place right here on Earth.
Yeah.
And the first one ended up going to Mars, didn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, it started off on Earth and went to Mars, but this one I think takes place completely on our planet.
Yeah.
That is going to be coming out in theaters on August 3rd of this year. So, until next time, enjoy those movies, and now we're going to send it over to Calvin Watts III and a segment that we like to call Game Over!
Game over, dude.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
So we are heading into the summer months, and for home video, that basically means there isn't a whole lot going on.
Right, because it's all movie news.
But one of the best and most popular films of all time is finally getting the Blu-ray treatment, which will come out this summer, which is appropriate. Jaws, on August 21st, I want to say. In HD, all updated, all of the, nice visuals and surround sound and all that stuff and extra features. And unfortunately, still no director's commentary, which would be the really killer thing. But still, Jaws is one of the most iconic films ever.
With the late great Robert Shaw.
Uh-huh. I will still say to this day that the USS Indianapolis bit, when they're talking on the boat, is one of the best film scenes ever made.
Oh, yeah. You get chills.
Yep. Robert Shaw just nails that to the bone. And definitely must buy when it comes out. And again, there isn't really a whole lot going on in video game world. E3 is upcoming, as we all know, right at the beginning of June. So from when we're taping, probably about 7 weeks away. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. But what I can do is talk about my little adventure at PAX East last weekend.
Yes, you went to PAX East.
Had an absolute blast. Leslie and I went up again for the day, and we had a couple of issues getting up there. It weren't a lot of making, but once we got up there, we had a really good time. Really, really busy. There were at least 50,000 people, going in and out.
That's busy.
Throughout the entire day. I mean, the convention center was packed. The floor was absolutely swamped. There was all sorts of independent games, and most of the major publishers were there showing off their stuff. Excuse me. One of the really cool things was Aliens Colonial Marines, which is, it looks like it's going to be shaped as a really big Christmas title. One of the things I found out, which I think is really cool, is that it's canonical. I hope I'm saying that right, but basically canonical. So this is an actual direct sequel to the Aliens movie.
All right.
So
the second one.
The second one.
Okay. Yeah.
And so it has tie-ins with both, Alien and now Aliens. So think of it as Aliens 2.5, for lack of a better term, and they're really going all out. And they had this really cool life-size power loader that you could step into, and they had it, and it's holding an alien up like that.
Yep.
And so you could get your picture taken, and the alien's jaws would come out at you to get the appropriate spin. So it was really, really cool.
Yeah, and they sold the pens on the side for after the experience.
Yeah. So got a little trailer for that. The game looks awesome, so check that out.
Peggy 18.
This is Rhino 2-1. Does anyone read? Casualties are in the hundreds. Repeat, both Conestoga-class boats are destroyed. What happened?
Private, is there anyone else down there with you?
What the hell just happened?
So yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on. They had the American Classic Museum guys from New Hampshire down, so you could play a bunch of old arcade games and pinball machines for free. And there's always stuff to do. I actually made it onto the Xbox Live Major Nelson podcast.
Good.
Won a free copy of Gears of War 3 for my daughter, which was nice.
Very nice. Cool.
There's just so much stuff to do. One of the cool things that we did find out that they had just announced prior to the show is that Harmonix, now you guys know how I'm really big into Rock Band. Well, they're coming out with a Rock Band arcade title called Rock Band Blitz. And it's basically for those of you gamers who have played like Amplitude and Frequency, which are old school Harmonix games from the PlayStation 2. It's basically a memory music tap game. So you have the bars coming down and you gotta press the buttons on controller in tune with the music. It's a lot of fun. The game's gonna ship this summer. It's gonna have 25 songs with it, which you'll be able to import into Rock Band 3. So they're not leaving the peripherals behind. It's just like, it's more of an add-on to it, which is gonna be like really cool. And the thing with the arcade title is that you'll be able to play all of your downloadable content from Rock Band into the system. So in my case, I'm going to have an arcade game with like 750 some odd songs I can play from like day one, which is really awesome.
Yeah, that's
was a lot of fun. But yeah, if you are a gamer, it's very simple. PAX is an experience that needs to be seen and heard, and they're going to be in Boston for another 10 years, and it's absolutely worth every bit of money. I met some really cool guys, and it's a lot of fun. You should go.
Great.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. Let's move on to television. Sounds good?
Anyone see the Walking Dead finale yet? Can we talk about it now?
I know, we can talk about it now. Go ahead, talk about the Walking Dead finale.
It was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yes, I loved it.
Yes.
I can't wait for it to come back now. It's like October. We have to wait till
we have
October.
to wait till Halloween before it comes back again.
But you know, there's stuff about the comic book that I've read about that it's like, okay, now they're bringing some more things into the from the comic books. So it's not just completely its own path.
Yep. And we also found out recently that the actress who played the Asian character, whose name I forget, has a love interest. She's going to be a regular cast member in the upcoming season of Walking Dead.
Maggie.
Her name is Maggie.
Yeah.
Maggie. So she's going to have a regular role in the series.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, it was good. Okay.
It was really good.
So what else we got for Toob News? I'm sorry.
Oh, so she has an English accent. And I was surprised about that.
She does.
If you watch The Talking Dead,
right,
you'll get to meet all the actors and how they speak and stuff. And she's English or New Zealand.
Cool.
Maybe.
Right.
Something like that. Yeah.
All right. Fringe may get a shorter 5th season.
Well, you should be happy you're getting a season at all.
You're getting a season at all. Yeah, there's no official word yet from Fox, but Fringe may return for a 5th season, but be shortened to just 13 episodes, which people are saying is all right because it'll finish out the series and the writers have a chance to tie up any loose storylines.
And it'll give enough for syndication and all that.
And it'll be enough for syndication, which is what they're shooting for. So Fringe is, we're pretty much seeing the end of that particular show, which I still like, which is awesome. Grimm, which is on the same time slot on NBC, is also doing very well. As we tape, it should be just about finishing up its last 6 episodes. And that's already been renewed for a 2nd season, which is cool. And it's nice because the detective who is actually a Grimm is finally starting to come out as a Grimm character, They find out his blood has special properties that can fight against the creatures and so forth. So, cool stuff. Couple of things from HBO you should know about. Games of Thrones has been renewed for a 3rd season. 2nd season is going to be starting up soon. 2nd season currently airing Sundays at 9 on HBO. 1st season is available on DVD if you've never caught it.
It's a TV series about a guy who's got diarrhea and there's like 7 toilets.
Yeah,
and
he
one
really
of them
does.
works.
Yeah, and he runs out of toilet paper. Oh my God, I'm feeling a little flushed. Anyway,
flushed.
Don't start. And another HBO series, True Blood, premieres again in June. The 5th season of True Blood kicks off on June 19th. 12 episodes in the season, last under producer Alan Ball. Kicks off Sunday, June 10th, 9 p.m. If you're an HBO watcher and you like True Blood, that's an awesome show. That's a lot of fun. Falling Skies is returning to TNT with a 2-hour season premiere on June 17th at 9 o'clock. You can catch the 3-minute trailer on YouTube if you're interested, which is good. There's a new Avatar series. Let's hear it, Matt.
Yay.
Avatar. Yay. My daughter
In fact,
Madison's
it was on this morning.
It was on this morning, yes.
And I forgot to tape it.
I taped it. You can come over to my house and watch it. Nickelodeon introduced a new Airbender series in April titled The Legend of Korra. It runs Saturdays at 11 a.m. It takes place 70 years after the original Avatar series. 70. Yeah. Yes, that's what I said. And features a new avatar named Korra and her adventures in Republic City. So I guess Zuko and Aang finally had their differences settled and they formed this, they got all the elements together and they live in harmony with regular people, and it's about this new avatar that's come forth in her adventures.
Yep, some
Cool
of it,
stuff.
it's sort of like Avatar, the Last Airbender in a 20th century setting.
Right. Yeah.
Looks very good.
This time it's a girl, so that's cool stuff. And then always, we talk about TV stuff on Toob News, but we also have a chance to talk about internet shows as well, because there's YouTube is going to be producing their own TV shows, and Hulu is going to be producing their own TV shows. So one of them that I wanted to mention that you should check out is Dragon Age Redemption, which is produced and starring Felicia Day. It's an awesome show. You can find that on YouTube as well. And we have a little 1-minute promo clip that I'd like to air. So take a look.
Struggle is an illusion. The tide rises, the tide falls. There is nothing to struggle against.
you have to flirt all the time?
I don't have to. Victory is in the queue.
Felicia Day is absolutely awesome. She was at the podcast that I was a part of.
Right. Oh, was she?
And she was talking about that particular movie or TV show and a bunch of other stuff that she's working on. Yeah, absolutely awesome person.
Yeah, she had a lot of fun.
Looks good.
Now, is this related to the Dragon Age game?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's like
it
a
is.
fan-made show about that setting.
Yep.
And I think Netflix too also is trying to come up with a show to produce. In fact, there was a vote, and people were voting for like Firefly to be a show that Netflix could remake or produce.
All right, yeah, that's a possibility. We shall see. But that Nathan Fillion recently put out an article about how Firefly will never get together again unless you cancel Castle and unless you do. Torres is doing something as well, so probably won't happen. We've seen the last of Firefly already, but it's still fun. Still a fun show.
You never know.
They do have Firefly Online Universe as an MMO that you can play.
I have learned to never say never. Did you really think we'd ever get a Tron sequel?
That's
I mean,
right.
Okay, so you never know.
You never know. Okay, and that's all I have for Toob News. Let's move on to Anime Daisuki with James.
I have something to say before you go.
Okay, go ahead.
If you cannot tell me that Space Battleship Yamato is going to have a U.S. release, then you can't talk.
That's it. And now let's move on to...
No, I'm sorry. I'm kidding. Go ahead.
Well, wait a minute. We just showed a 6-minute trailer for the thing last month.
3.5.
And it is so awesome. I want a U.S. release so badly.
I know.
Anyways.
All right. Anime Daisuki time. A Japanese radio station, Tokyo FM, and Sanrio, the maker of Hello Kitty, have given Hello Kitty her own radio show. She has like a 5-minute program on Friday nights where Hello Kitty gets to host this program and interview guests that she has. In fact, the first guest was a female rock band, Negoto.
How can she interview people if she doesn't have a mouth?
How could she interview people if she's a
Hello
cat?
Kitty, it's probably the voice actress, playing the part of Hello Kitty on the radio. Oh, come on, you haven't watched Hello
I have
Kitty.
a degree in nuclear physics.
Yes, and I know some who watch Hello Kitty.
Yes, I know you need
Come
your
on.
litter box. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Hey, Jean Reno, you know that actor from...
Jean Reno?
Yep.
Jean Reno from...
The Professional.
Godzilla, The Professional.
Yeah, Ronin, Professional. Okay, well, he's portraying Doraemon, the cat from the animated series Doraemon, in a series of commercials for Toyota in Japan. So he doesn't speak much, but he does dress up in blue and helps his friend, the person that owns him, Nobita, with his goings-ons, and they get to promote the Toyota car. So those are the kind of cute videos you can see on YouTube. And then Namco Bandai is producing Dragon Ball Z Connect video game for Xbox 360.
Oh, that's different.
So if all you Dragon Ball Z fans want to actually kick some butt,
you can form a fireball with your hands and then shoot it at people. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
all right.
with the Connect. So look for that. In fact, this fall.
Honey, why are that curtain's on fire?
I used a King Kong palm. I'm sorry.
Oh, well.
All right, and then Starship Troopers has a new anime coming out. It's a computer animated version called Invasion. And this is produced by the same people who did the Starship Troopers in 1988 original video release.
All right. The first Starship Troopers was good. The second one,
I'm talking about anime.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about the movies.
No, but those aren't
interconnected, aren't
no,
they? They're not.
Although in some way, the creature designs for this are based on Verhoeven's movie films,
which are pretty cool.
Okay,
All right.
but the suit designs and stuff, the power suits, are designed by Shinji Aramaki, who did Appleseed, and Shinji Usui, who did Metal Wolf Chaos and Chrome Hound. So
are they going back to the book? They go back to
some
the
of
novel?
it, but not like retelling the whole story. They're just more of probably Johnny Rico and the Roughnecks.
Because the dogs in the book are really cool.
The dogs?
The cybernetic dogs.
Yeah. So this is
Read, boys and girls,
maybe more
read.
like the American-made CG animated Starship Troopers.
Gotcha.
Right. Let's see. Oh, and then we have here there's a life-size Gundam sitting in Tokyo at the Odabai Island, and it's going to be like grand opening thing happening soon, and it actually moves a little bit. The head moves, and there's lighting and all kinds of nice stuff to.
That's
help.
cool.
Yeah. So this life-size Gundam.
I wonder if we could have a
grand
fight
opening.
with a life-size Gigantor that's also out there.
Yeah. We'll have to bring them two together.
Is that it? No.
Yeah, something like that one.
Switch the shot, John. Switch the shot.
Yeah.
There we go.
All right.
Push the button, dude. Okay.
Lupin III, who's a French thief. You ever seen the anime? Lupin?
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of it, yes.
Well, he's got a whole new series coming. And Funimation is going to be doing the simulcast for it when it comes out. So you can like check it out on either Nico Nico website or Funimation's website. And it's a sort of a younger version of Lupin III. So look for that. And then Discotheque Media is releasing the whole complete Captain Harlock original TV series from 1979 on DVD in the US, and the Galaxy Express 3/9 film Eternal Fantasy also on DVD this year.
That's pretty cool.
And they also have, I think, the other two Galaxy Express films also on DVD. So thank you, Discotheque Media. I love Captain Harlock. I've been waiting for it to be released in the US.
Disco. That's all I heard.
No. Discotheque Media. Why do I get so much crap from you guys?
Because we love you, that's why. If we didn't like you,
All
we'd
right.
say, just do your damn segment, get it over with.
Okay, ready? And in sports news.
In sports news?
Yep. This spring
You're not
has...
going to read that old list stuff.
No. This spring has had about half a dozen different Quidditch tournaments.
It's an hour show.
The Blue Devil Invitational, Vassar's Butterbeer Classic, Greensboro Gauntlet down in North Carolina. They've got a Carolina conference.
North Carolina.
Yep.
Butterbeer. I can see people
Yeah.
slipping all over the place.
Yeah. Down in...
Whoa!
I know. Next weekend in Maryland is the Shell Shocking Spectacular, another huge...
The Shell
Shocking Spectacular.
Say that.
They're mixing it with Ninja Turtles.
They're coming up with all kinds of cool names for these tournaments.
Here, take this battery and put it on your tongue.
And then in Boston, for the Boston Cannons lacrosse game at Harvard, they're having a Quidditch tournament right before that. So if you buy your ticket through the IQA website, you can get a ticket to go see the lacrosse the Boston Cannons lacrosse team game and a whole 3-hour tournament of Quidditch.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a lot of Quidditch.
Yeah, lots of Quidditch. And then even another weekend in Boston at Tufts University, they're hosting the Massachusetts Conference Championship. So about 6 or 8 teams there for Quidditch matches.
Cool.
So, and if you look on Facebook, there are over 600 Quidditch teams and organizations, and those are just the U.S.
600?
Yes. And I've got lists, and I've liked every one of them that I could find.
Right.
And then there's a bunch of groups, too, that I've joined. So
How many here in Rhode Island?
there are now at least 3, because Brown just started a team. So I'm hoping to meet them soon.
Well, as you may or may not know, that Free Comic Book Day is coming up at the beginning of May. So
As ye may
know. Yes.
As ye may know, he who spaketh Comic Book Day. Sorry.
And as ye may know, we always do coverage of Comic Book Day. So that kind of leads into our roundtable for this month, where I got to sit down with former member and friend Mike Jr., and we got to talk about comic books, and more specifically digital comics, what we like, what we don't like, and it was a pretty cool interview, and check it out. We are now about to talk about comic books, which is something I have been a fan of since I was a little kid, and I'm going to specifically talk about digital comics and the impact that it has had, and a point counterpoint. And with me is my friend and longtime Sci-Fi Journal contributor, Mike Jr.
Hey.
Nice to see you back.
Yeah, how's it going, man?
So digital comics.
Digital comics, what to say? I mean, up front, I don't like them. I don't get it. I want my trophies. They smell good. You know, if you get the old ones with the 4-color process, you can just smell the rotten ferment in there. I just don't get it. I don't know the reading it full page. You know, you've got a pad there. I've got a Kindle Fire here. I mean, there's certain animating properties that you can make happen and go frame to frame. Mm-hmm. And that's great when it's a newspaper strip and it's 4 panels in a row and they're nice and square. But, you know, Swamp Thing is back, everybody. You gotta plug Swamp Thing. And, I mean, these have like the most organic panels, you know, going. It's not just a nice, neat page in your eye, flowing page to page, as you know. I mean, well, your favorites, Perez, you know, guys like that, you know. You're just not gonna look at a page like that, even in bigger is better. It's not gonna come across.
But no, but it's not supposed to. I don't think of digital comics, and some people think, oh my God, it's going to replace the actual print medium. I don't think it's going to do that at all, but I think digital comics do have a place. Convenience, first off, being the major issue, and it's a huge issue. I mean, I have a 32 gig iPad. Yeah. I can go anywhere, and I can watch a movie, and I have a bunch of comic books on
I have
there.
a right arm. I can carry 30 comic books in one hand.
Yeah, okay, so you tell me, what are you going to carry into the airport if you're going from here to LA?
Well, not a tube of toothpaste, that's for sure. But, you know,
but, you know.
It is true. In that instance, it's hard to argue. I mean, at that point, like I equate it to the MP3 format. Mm-hmm. Are you going to carry a suitcase full of cassettes? Oh God, you dated yourself.
Right.
Are you going to carry a suitcase of CDs? No, you're going to grab your iPod. It's this big, and you know you've got your entire musical library in there. I get that.
And the fact that you know the comics aren't going to fade. You can't wrinkle them.
Oh God, that's not even an argument.
Sure it is. You can enjoy the stuff of what it is.
No, you're only buying a license. You're not even downloading a series of JPEGs. You're not bringing down a series of high-res PDFs or something like that. All you're downloading is a license. Walk out of a Wi-Fi spot, and you're probably going to lose it sometimes, depending on how they want to digital rights manage with this crap. Will you download it to your drive?
Yeah.
Okay,
so
which costs more? No. Don't they want to change the price structure?
As far as I know.
Okay. We'll see.
No. Well, anything can happen, but you know, books are now what, $4?
Yeah, see, that's the tough part. So that's where I'm going with, okay, you don't want to read the 22 pages a month. Maybe this is too short. It's a little too light. You know, most books are under $3. Some are over $3, so we'll keep trying to. You still have to play that general game.
But
right?
It's still, it's expensive, and it's not going back down to where it is.
So I've kind of gotten to the point, maybe being older with my attention span or something like that. I think it's more fun to read the books in these smaller trades. There's about usually 5 to 6 issues per trade. Mm-hmm. Under $20, I'd probably say before I get. Yeah, under $20, just barely.
Right.
And you've got, you know, instead of one $4 book, you've got 5, 6, 7, 8 issues per, and you've got the entire arc. Usually the way comics are written now anyway is in 6 or 8 issue arcs. So you'll get a nice spiffy cover, maybe some extra artwork, maybe a couple of extra interviews. And this has become like my new favorite way to read comics, to not go the monthly thing and get 22 pages at a time.
It's too much.
Some writers, you know, still make the most bang for the buck for those 22 pages, but I found when they're writing with a particular arc in mind, it's more fun to sit down with this little guy and, you know, give it the hour and a half or the hour that it's due and really go over the artwork, instead of sitting down with this cold little thing with the battery dying. Or you go up to like some of these tomes, you know, Walking Dead. It's huge on TV now. You guys, you know, talk about it on the show all the time. Here's the first 48 issues of The Walking Dead. All right. it's probably going to cost you closer to $50 for that kind of an arc. But individual issues,
but still,
it
yeah,
would have been twice as much.
It's definitely convenient. It's easier to carry around and to have all that stuff there.
Yeah.
And my own preference, while I do like digital comics, and I understand the convenience of it. A lot of stuff now is same day as print.
Yes.
So and if you want to go that route, that's fine. But for me personally, I'd rather I always do sales. So if they have like stuff like that, that's what I look for, and I'll download free comics. I'm always good with free comics. There's nothing wrong with that.
And I think that should be its purpose as an introduction.
As an introduction,
I'll never knock it as that.
But I don't tend to get the same. I'd rather, if I'm going to buy one, I'd rather have it in comic book format. But there are classic story arcs.
Well, that's what I've got here. These examples down on the front. You've got the Spider-Man Craven Hunt. I mean, what was that? Middle 80s, closer to 90. I know.
Early 90s.
Early 90s, and then Kitty Pryde and Wolverine. Now, we both probably own those. They're probably in a box somewhere.
Oh yeah.
But are we going to go dig them out?
Right.
That becomes my laziness, you know.
And that's where the digital comics, I think, come in. I've downloaded the Kingdom Come series when it was on sale with Mark Waid and Alex Ross.
Oh, sacrilegious! What? So you can.
I have
dude.
I have the tome. I have the $200 freaking omnibus.
Exactly.
I have that stuff, but. Am I going to take that $200 omnibus with me on the school bus if I want to go and read the thing? No. To me, it's worth spending couple of bucks if I want to read it and have it there. And that's my point. And you can have that classic
Well,
stuff.
that's the trophy hunter mentality. We like our trophies on the shelf. We like our collections. Well, see, the other side of the trophy hunter to me is the books down there, I found most of them for under $10. Now, their cover prices were a lot more. So obviously I'm going to conventions, or maybe I'm digging around on the scratch and dent sale. Instead of going into the boxes, and instead of downloading that icky digital format, I can just grab that book off the shelf. And I guess I'm just more willing to carry the book bag with me still, you know, as opposed to grabbing the tablet or something like that.
Yeah, I am very picky with what digital comics I do get, but I do think there's a place for them. They're not going away. It's only going to get more prevalent.
See,
but I'm not saying
I think
get
they're just
with the
going
program.
to die. They're going to go beta.
Not going to happen. Not going to happen, dude. The iPad and this stuff is here to stay, and it's only going to get worse. I mean, they're talking about bringing iPads and stuff like that into schools.
But I understand, as an e-reader, I think they're wonderful. You've got the dictionary, you've got a thesaurus right at the touch of a finger. You can get right at it. And as far as just reading the printed word, I think they're genius. I really do. But if you want to go green, you want to go a renewable source, it takes more energies and worse labor practices to build one of those things than to print the page. Trees are renewable, man. You know, what's in that iPad? I just can't get into it. I just really can't get into it. I mean, there's really cool functions. I mean, this little thing fell asleep now. But where you can animate, like one of the things that really frustrates me is trying to look at the full page on the screen.
Oh yeah, and if you have a smaller thing, and when I was
point.
using my iPod Touch to look at this stuff, oh yeah, it was tough.
Yeah,
it was really tough. But the iPad, and bigger is better. There's no other way of saying it. Bigger is better, and then you can actually read it as it was intended. Let's not go there.
Okay.
The fact of the matter is, I still think there's a place for them, but
there's a place.
It's not
Most
going
definitely.
to beat having it in your hand.
Yeah.
There's no way for that. It's more of a convenience than anything else, but I like them for what they are.
Go to the comic book store, go to the library, do the communal thing.
Well, libraries are still open?
Yeah, that too. Okay. Well, hey, thanks for having me.
You're very welcome.
Let's do this more often.
Okay.
And finally, it's time for Toys, Props, and Other Stuff, where we point to the wonderful world of collectibles and speaks about them. All right, first up, Atomic Robo, Real Science Adventures. That's a comic book put out by Red 5 Comics. It's a new Atomic Robo series. It has like 6 stories, like an anthology type thing. It's a lot of fun. If you like Robo, or if you haven't read Robo, go pick it up. It's a real great book.
And right next to those are 2 CDs. One is Bella and Lestrangers. I went to a concert, Wizard Rock concert in Connecticut a couple weeks ago, and I picked up their CD. They were one of the main acts playing. And next to that is the Blibbering Humdingers. Nobody expects the Blibbering Humdingers, which is one of their greatest songs that they've ever written. And that one's right next to it. They played also. They were on tour. I didn't finish.
You did now. All right, what else we got? Oh yeah, you're finished.
You gotta wait. Well, I gotta wait for the pause, the dead air between
This is
when I
obviously
finish.
disrespected James.
Keep going. Just go on. All right, what else we got? Since the last stuff wasn't that important. Go ahead.
Go.
All right, who's got Barry Ween, Boy Genius? I have no idea.
Oh,
what
yes.
this is. Yes.
The Big Book of Barry Ween, Boy Genius by Judd Winnick. It's a graphic novel, a collection of a bunch of his comic art with Barry Ween and the adventures of this boy genius. He's got an IQ of like 350, and you can imagine what that can create in terms of chaos and mayhem.
Oof. I
Right?
guess so. The highest one I've ever heard of was like 210.
Yeah. Next to that is 2 of the Harry and the Potters CDs back at the Yule Ball. I picked these up since I hadn't had any CDs by them yet. The first one is Harry and the Potters, and then the next one is Voldemort Can't Stop the Rock. Both CDs are great. A lot of it's like a mix of punk and stuff like that style, and a lot of great songs that they've written that all the fans know. Next to that is?
Next to that is a copy of Gears of War 3 that I was able to win at PAX East, which is now my daughter's copy, and we actually went out and got copies of Gears of War 1 and 2.
Right.
So if she's going to play, she can experience the full story as it's meant to be played. Excellent game.
Because nothing says love for your daughter more like a chainsaw machine gun. Okay.
You betcha.
That's right.
And that is the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim, which I did not play at Christmas time because I figured once I started playing and I got into it, I would get hooked. And you know what? I started playing and I'm hooked. There's a reason why I say it's one of the best games of the year, if not one of the best games ever. Oh my, there's just so much to do, and right now I'm in like this underground dwarven kingdom
place, yeah.
And it's just so much. I can't say enough good things about it. Definitely
my
worth it.
criticism of that game is the game itself, and I'm not talking metaphorically. I'm talking actual gameplay is too dark.
Oh, the screen.
The lighting is too dark in many of the spots for me to actually play.
Can you can adjust it? Have you?
I cannot adjust. No. Ian tried adjusting it on his set, and it's just too dark for me.
Dungeons.
Oh, all right.
So I wish it wasn't, because I watched him play it. It looks absolutely awesome.
Okay, what you got there, James?
This is a CD by Matt Giacomo, who lives here in Rhode Island. He's a great musician, great songs. When I was your age, this is about high school days and some of the stuff that he kind of went through. Some of the songs I really love is his first one is First Day of High School and STD Puppet Show. And yeah, it is a great song. You know, didn't you have to do that for health?
Yes.
Do like a report.
Yeah.
So yeah, he and his friend Brad did STD Puppet Show, and he turned it into a song. It is an awesome, funny song, and some other great songs about high school days. So I identified with a lot of it too. So it was a great CD.
Cool.
All right. Okay. Now, if you want to get in touch with us, our website is www.risfc.org. Check the end credits for more information. You can get in touch with us. We have a YouTube channel, so if you don't watch us on cable, you can watch us on YouTube. Hello to the rest of the country outside Rhode Island that watches the show. Thank you very much. Keep downloading from Peg Media. We appreciate it.
And we have fans out there who are on our Facebook.
Yep, we have Facebook pages and all that good stuff.
And hopefully next month will be the beginning of a 2-part interview episode with Mercy Roulette.
Cool.
Who is a Boston-based singer, actress, writer, costumer.
All that good stuff.
That's cool.
So we're setting it up for next month.
We're setting it up for next month.
And we'll also have coverage from Free Comic Book Day too.
Which will be cool.
She's going to come down. She's actually going to play a set of songs for us with her group.
Nice.
Right here in the studio.
Quick shout out to the East Providence High School hockey team. We just won the state title for the first time since like 2004, 2005.
Right.
Really awesome guys.
Congratulations.
And to the guys at Ugly American.
And to the guys at Ugly American. We're not supposed to be doing like promos or anything, so it's not really a promo, but
No, it's not. You're just saying hi to some guys who recognize
Gary
you
and the people at Ugly American, it's a great place to go and get a burger. And we ran into a couple of fans who were there recently who watched the show, and a place on the east side definitely worth checking out.
Yeah, cool. All right, that's going to be it for Sci-Fi Journal for May 2012. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in June.